Wendy Henderson, and this is about my husband, Bruce Lewis. Immediately after we got married, he was hired to work at a comics company as a design artist, and we were moved to Los Angeles. They paid for our move, and we moved to LA, and we lived there for 5 years. And during that time, Bruce kind of fulfilled his dream because he wanted to be a manga artist, a Japanese style, and he was so excited because he would they would give him freelance. He'd get to would draw a cover and draw for them, and he was super excited by that opportunity. And he worked there for about 2 years, and after 2 years, the company went under and everyone was laid off, and then Marvel bought what was left. We realized we really missed being back to Texas, so we moved back to Texas in '98. And during that time, Bruce really got to do what he really loved to do, is he loved to teach kids how to draw, and he wrote a book called How to Draw Manga in Your Own Unique Style. So he published that book, and it is still being sold through Barnes & Noble. So his book was being published in China, which was a big thrill for him. His biggest dream was to have children, and we got to have a boy. And we tried for 5 years to have our daughter, Echo. She's medically fragile, and she's severely delayed, but she's an awesome little girl. We had a really good life, and everything was great. He started telling me he started having these weird feelings, and he felt like he could smell this really strange smell, and he felt this panic attack happening, but he didn't know what was wrong with him. So he went to his PCP, who told him that he probably was having cardiac issues because he was in his, close to being 50. So he went to a cardiologist, and they said his heart was fine, and his PCP said, "You're fine," and sent us home. But he kept on having the horrible smell, the tingling sensations all over his body, the force of panic and dread, and didn't know what was going on. And it got to be more and more intense. So he went to the ER, and they cleared him and said, "You're fine, there's nothing wrong." Back to square one. So we went back to his PCP, who said that because he was manic depressive and he had bipolar, that he was probably mental issues. One day he was talking to his counselor, and his counselor's like, "This is a medical issue. This isn't an emotional psych issue. You need to get this taken care of." We went back to the PCP, and the PCP was on vacation, and the nurse practitioner saw him and agreed with our counselor that there was something wrong with him, and started the ball rolling. And after numerous visits to neurologists and MRIs, we discovered that he had a massive growth in his head. He would tell you the symptoms he was having, and when you would type the symptoms into Google, of all places, it would tell you that he had something wrong in his right front lobe, which is where the cancer was located. And it wasn't just a little bitty mass, it was huge, and it was the size of just like an apricot that was in his brain. And we were hoping that he would be the 5% that would survive it. And because with glioblastoma, it shoots out tiny hairs, and you can't take all of it out. You can't take all the cancer out. They can take out the tumor, but there's so many threads that they can't get it out. And so we were hoping we could just keep the cancer at bay. So flashback later, we get to go home 2 days after surgery, and he was recovering really well. My friend Dr. Laura, her name is Laura Block, she and I did research, and she found here in Dallas at Southwest Medical that a doctor was working on glioblastoma. And so we called Southwest, and we got in, and he said, "Well, I can't promise you that I can make it better, but I can see you here." And we got a rude awakening because they didn't take Medicaid. We had to write an appeal. We sent an appeal to Austin, and he basically read our appeal and said, "Well, we think it's fair that he should wait 6 weeks." And during that 6 weeks, he started to fail and started to hallucinate. And I got a call from his doctor that he was seeing. He basically said, "We lost the battle. I mean, the cancer has spread. We can't stop it. The chemo is not working anymore, and the battle's over. We just have to make him comfortable." My friend Shin was taking care of Bruce, and he said, "He's dying." I said, "Can you have him wait till I get there because I'm 10 minutes away. And I remember parking and running upstairs. And when I got there, Shin was crying and he said he's gone. And I wasn't even there for my husband's death. On the Monday after my husband had passed away, I got a call from Southwest Medical Cancer Center, and they said, "Hey, we just got the approval for Bruce's treatment, so he can come in tomorrow and start getting treatment." And I said, "Well, that's all fine and dandy, but he's dead. You know, you shouldn't have to wait 6 weeks for treatment when you have aggressive cancer that could kill you." I mean, the fact that he waited a month for his wound to heal and the cancer came back after that 1 month tells you the kind of cancer he had. The bureaucracy was so overwhelming, just being told, "We're not going to cover his treatment." We had no money coming in. It was bad. My husband couldn't work. And we were living off food stamps. We had people pay our electricity and people send me money I don't even know. So without the hands of other people, we probably would be on the street homeless right now. Handling a crisis is bad enough as it is, but to constantly worry about a treatment, how they're going to get treated, was terrifying to us. And if Medicated for All was around, I do know it would have made this journey easier.